Netflix succeed here where other tech giants from Apple to Amazon to Google have really struggled in creating that gaming thesis?
Well, you said earlier that Netflix has been singularly focused on doing one thing and doing that one thing well. And that one thing is no longer a growth industry. It's now a crowded marketplace where essentially everyone else is doing the same thing. And sure, original programming can be somewhat of a differentiator, but it bounces from SVOD network to SVOD network consistently. So Netflix has to do something else if it wants to continue being a growth stock. In the short run, gaming is a decent play when it comes to retention, meaning taking existing users and getting them to not unsubscribe until the next season of Stranger Things or whatever show they love comes back on. But it's not very easy to implement. Games software is complex, and having multiple games in the same app as video is non-trivial. There's a small number of examples of ecosystems that can do that. Facebook is one of them. Snapchat is doing it to some extent, but it's not easy to build. And the maniacal focus that Netflix and its leadership has had on quality video and the amount of time that it took to get there, that same maniacal focus will be needed when it comes to making games that are in any way differentiated or interesting. And so the question is, can they do both? Can they do them at the same time? And does it make sense to take a small step rather than to acquire a company like a Scopely or a Jam City that's already decently good at these kinds of games and go from there?
You think they're biting off too much? I mean, trying to put this into the same app? I mean, I can imagine they might run into App Store policy challenges there. Apple hasn't tended to look kindly upon that sort of thing. And in a way, gaming seems to be the flavor of the month. I mean, sometimes people try to sprinkle social in. People try to sprinkle TV shows into their platforms to increase engagement. Now they want to sprinkle in gaming. Don't the games have to be good?
Games have to be very good. From an App Store standpoint, I'm not too worried about it because they're not intending to monetize the games, so it shouldn't be much of an issue. But the way games generally work, especially casual games, are very simple. You want to make a game that people want to play more than once or twice. If you've done that, you then start testing how much you're going to punish your users with advertisement or in-app purchases before they stop playing. That leads you to a calculation as to your willingness to pay on user acquisition standpoint, and then you spend, let's say that a user earns you $4, your willingness to spend to acquire that user is, let's say, $3. And so you blast as much money as you can until your game declines and falls off a cliff, at which point you publish a new game. So that's what most gaming, mobile gaming companies do until they find their one or two hits. And a typical big gaming studio only has one or two hit games, and very few of them combine them into one. So the number of platforms that are successful with a multi-game strategy is extremely limited, Roblox being a major one, which is targeting younger kids. And so to do it in one app without crashing it consistently, together with a bunch of video across multiple platforms, not just mobile, but eventually console and platforms like Apple TV, is really hard to do from an execution standpoint, and also to figure out how to balance a user between watching and playing. So are they biting off too much? So far, they've just hired one individual and they're hiring some folks. But are they taking on a big responsibility? I think so.